Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Hey, good morning, folks.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat.
Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are.
There it is, team. Morning. Morning, wherever you're tuning in from today.
Early bird gets the worm, they say. Here at Positive, we offer a 6-star team. It's a team that help you at every stage of your wealth creation journey.
What do mortgage brokers and magicians have in common? They both make money disappear. I want to welcome everybody today to the Friday edition of Wealth Coffee Chat. I wanted to share a very exciting event that's coming up. It's our property summit. It'll be on the Gold Coast between the 13th and the 15th of June. So for anybody who's interested in elevating your understanding of the Australian property and the strategies for lifelong wealth through investment, there'll be some amazing industry acclaimed guest speakers and also our expert 6-star team. Some great opportunities for networking with experts and like-minded people. You can reserve your tickets in a link we'll drop into the chat, and I'll just get you to check out this video about the event.
All right, this is going to be fun. Who has played the property game before? Who has been in the game? Who's never played the property game before? Oh, you're in for a treat. Who likes Monopoly? Did anyone like Monopoly when they were a kid? Well, this is Monopoly in real life in this room. Every hour or so, you guys are going to be up and you're going to be running around the room like maniacs trying to play the property game and win the property game.
Today, I wanted to share the lessons, the mistakes, and the wins.
I want everybody to put up their hands who knows their interest rates on all their loans right now.
If you haven't seen me around before, like 13 years in the industry, in property management specifically.
Who likes paying tax? If you need help finding somewhere to donate, I'm sure I can find somewhere else where it can go.
We've got an expression in that, let's go and make new mistakes in the world. Who wants to make new mistakes?
These are just strategic moves that can make such a big difference.
So obviously buy well, never sell. Definitely the majority of what everyone's looking to do is collect some A-grade assets, B-grade assets, whatever it might be.
I loved the idea of being a property investor and developing that identity.
Collectively, they have way more years experience in everything that you think you're trying to solve. Because they do it every single day.
Well, that's going to be an exciting event for those who attended last year. The property game was a lot of fun. Morning, Jeff. Good evening, Kevin. Thanks for joining me this morning. Now, I just wanted to start with some updates in regards to the industry. Last week, CBA announced that they would review the way they would look at HEX debt. This is off the recommendation from APRA for all the lenders to actually review the HEX debt and how it's calculated. The rules around that are that if the HEX is to be repaid within the 12 months, then we don't actually have to declare that, or we can make a note of that, and that could be removed as an existing debt. For the HEX debts that are going to be longer than 12 months to be paid out, the recommendation was to reassess it at a lower interest rate buffer. Normally with lenders, on existing debts, they use the same buffer as they would for new debt, which is the 3%. And the recommendation that APRA had was to reduce that buffer, and CBA have reduced that servicing buffer down to 1%. So some great news for those who have HEX debt, or who have HEX debt that are due to be paid off within the next year. Morning, Natando. Thanks for joining. Off the back of Trump and his proposed tariffs, the lenders are forecasting that the next rate cut in May could be up to 5%, 0.5%. Now, we have news that Trump has postponed his tariffs. I actually don't know if that's going to make a huge difference to the forecasted rate cut in May, because obviously the tariffs are still on the table. So it'll be interesting to see what Trump does and how the RBA reacts to his proposals. Morning, Sarah. Tim had a question. It is very interesting, Tim, that and I always find it interesting that even though you have the same scenario at different banks, there are different ways that they calculate your income and your existing debt that enables you to get approved for a loan or get declined for a loan. CBA aren't known to have great serviceability in terms of how much that they can actually lend. Overall, from my experience, I haven't had CBA as the lender who will lend the most money when we sit down and work out our client's borrowing capacity. Do have some great policies, and if you fit within those policies, they'll get the loans done. So thanks for sharing that, Tim. Now, what I wanted to actually discuss was the gap between the average variable interest rate based on Finder's comparison website is 1.57%. So the difference between the cheapest and the most expensive interest rate is 1.57 for the same product with the same features. Now that gap gets a little bit smaller when it's fixed rates, which is 1.37%. Now the reason I find this interesting and I wanted to share this with everybody is that this is the reason why you have to keep an eye on what your interest rate is and know what interest rates are available in the market. Now, just some rough figures. If your interest rate is 6.5 and it goes down to 6%, on a $500,000 mortgage, you save $47,000. And if your mortgage is $750,000, then you save $70,000 over the life, over the term of the loan. And if that loan is $1 million, then just by reducing your rate 0.5%, you are saving $93,000. So now that you understand how important it is to know what your interest rate is, what do you do when you realize there's a gap in what is in the market and what your current interest rate is? Now, these are the steps I recommend in terms of negotiating your current interest rates. Now, the first step is to have a chat with your broker and ask him to do a rate review. So basically going back to your existing lender and getting them to ask the banks to review your interest rate. After they've done that, you actually call up the bank and ask them to review the interest rate and see what they offer compared to what the brokers can get. I've had situations where I've been offered a slightly higher rate, and when the clients call up, their rate, what was offered to the client directly was a little bit lower. After you've done those two things, call up the bank and ask them for a discharge form. Now, the reason why I get my clients to do this is that all banks have a team that's responsible for keeping the clients, and they have discretion for cheaper interest rate offers compared to just you calling up normally. But the only way to trigger this is to actually ask for a discharge form. Now, once you get the form, you don't actually have to do anything with it. But on their system, it will trigger that you are asking to leave the bank. And so the discharge team will give you a call, ask you why. You let them know, you're not happy with the interest rate. This is what's being offered in the market. If you can't match that, then I'm going to look at leaving. By this time, you would most likely get the cheapest rate that the lender is willing to offer you. So the fourth step is to sit down with your broker and compare that rate to what's available in the market. Now, when I have a conversation with my clients, even if the interest rate being offered by the bank is slightly higher, we still may stay with the bank. If it's 0.05% higher, then the cost to refinance might not be actually worth it. Now, not everybody is able to refinance or is in a position to refinance. So we still want to compare what's in the market, and we can still go through this process. But the last part of refinancing means that the last part of refinancing is there if you're in a position to refinance to a bank that can offer you a cheaper rate. Steps 1 to 3, still good to go. So that's what I actually wanted to share with everybody today, because a lot of times people actually don't know what the process is in terms from the lender's point of view on how they do rate reviews, and then how we could leverage that to get a better result for us. So hopefully that's been helpful. If you guys want to run anything or just have a quick chat to me and my team, just reach out. Tim, another point, the CBA came in with the other valuations, high valuations than other lenders. Yes, valuations is a conversation I will save for another day. We have interesting feedback in regards to all the different valuations and all the different ways lenders value. So it's a great conversation. I'll save that for another Wolf's Coffee chat. Thanks everybody for joining me today. Just a quick reminder, about the Property Summit and the event. It will be on the Gold Coast between the 13th and the 15th of June. I'll drop a link to the tickets in the chat, and I'll finish with showing you the video. Have a wonderful Friday and have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you all next week.
All right, this is going to be fun. Who has played the property game before? Who has been in the game? Who's never played the property game before? Oh, you're in for a treat. Who likes Monopoly? Did anyone like Monopoly when they were a kid? Well, this is Monopoly in real life in this room. Every hour or so, you guys are going to be up and you're going to be running around the room like maniacs trying to play the property game and win the property game.
Today, I wanted to share the lessons, the mistakes, and the wins.
I want everybody to put up their hands who knows their interest rates on all their loans right now.
If you haven't seen me around before, like 13 years in the industry, in property management specifically.
Who likes paying tax? If you need help finding somewhere to donate, I'm sure I can find somewhere else where it can go.
No, we've got an expression in that let's go and make new mistakes in the world. Who wants to make new mistakes?
These are just strategic moves that can make such a big difference.
So obviously buy well, never sell. Definitely the majority of what everyone's looking to do is collect some A-grade assets, B-grade assets, whatever it might be.
I loved the idea of being a property investor and developing that identity.
Collectively, they have way more years' experience in everything that you think you're trying to solve. Because they do it every single day.
Thanks for watching another episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-Star team here at positivementor.com.au.